So yeah, I was desperately trying to shoot a video last night. Not desperately, but you know what I mean. Before I went to sleep, I knew it was going to be pretty heavy last night, knowing that I'm going to disclose this information. They were going the heaviest I've ever experienced. They've made me sick, nauseous. I was sick for a couple of days. I mean, you know, obviously things happen. You use your discernment with this, but this is heavy. Like, I'm under siege, like total siege here, as you can imagine, with what's coming, like what I'm bringing out. I really don't care if you're sitting back and you're buying all this stuff and you don't believe it. That's up to you, and I actually feel sorry that you're supporting these people when they're putting this energy on kids. So yeah, they're really trying to get me on a mental health, slap a mental health ticket on me again at the moment. And I think it's fascinating that these people think they can actually hide the truth, like that no one will see that. And I was saying that to them years ago, and you know, all the discussions started happening in the background, like, you know, we're gonna have to go higher up and all this. So I have no idea how high these people have gone and what kind of help they've actually got, all right? Because we're talking some serious help when we're dealing with conscious connections and affecting people's consciousness. And this happens. Like, there are people out there that know this happens. There's many people on the planet that do remote viewing and psychic abilities and all that kind of thing. And there's also people who energetically support the downfall of these pedo rings, okay? There are people that support that. And obviously I'm one of them. And I can tell you right now, the first thing that they want to get you with is mental health. As soon as you're branded with a mental health problem, like, I mean, can I get a hell yeah here for anyone who's listening? Because this is so in your face obvious. As soon as someone's, you know, branded with a mental health bill, whatever, completely discredited. No one is going to fucking listen to you when, you know, when that happens. Oh, you've obviously got mental health problems. So, you know, you're a little upset. This is exactly what they said to me before they threw me in an ambulance and trafficked my son. You know, you're clearly stressed. We just want to send you to the hospital for a bit of recovery for, you know, for a little while. Yeah, so this is intense. And you know what? Any mums out there that have been through this, I have your motherfucking back. And same with dads. Kids, it's obvious, you know. So yeah, how's this? Today, I get not one, but 2 phone calls from Triage Mental Health, just checking on me to see if I'm okay. Yeah. Strange, since I've just started putting videos up. And they know I'm going to be naming and shaming. Like, I do not care. I do not care about these people. There's people out there that trust them. You know what I mean? And people are dead here. My son's gone. He's been removed. He's now in his father's care. And I have no idea what's going on or who's communicating with him or what he's even doing. So the first call, I said, you know, I was fine. I said, I communicated with the lady fine, and she said, look, you're clearly okay. I'll call them back and say that you're okay. So that was all good. Then I get another phone call, and she pressed a little bit more, and she says, you know, it's great that you're doing fine, but we are obligated to meet with you and just make sure. She said, well, I'm happy to come to your house, or if you want to make an appointment here, so can we tee that up now? And I said, no, quite honestly, no. I said, I'm quite fine. And yeah, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing, really pressing. And I know it's not specifically her fault, There's a lot of things at play here, okay? So please do not misconstrue and think I'm targeting any one person, because there's so much here at play. And systematically, this is how it happens. Yeah, there's just so much. So I just wanted to talk about a night back in Ingle Farm when they were around the house before the home invasion, waiting to kind of pounce. There's two, I'm not even going to say females, these are things with wounds, pieces of shit. They literally tried to pull triggers on me in my backyard, hiding in the shadows, while my 6-year-old boy was asleep in bed. Now, that's the kind of people these are, all right? Do not expect any pleasantries from me at all, okay? I've been throwing down hard to these people, and my beast mode is scary, I'm not going to lie, and I'm pretty sure that everybody's is when they're under these current circumstances. So you never know what is going to come out of you until you're in this position. So for me, I'm a lioness with a baby cub. Now these two people, I'm bringing this out because I'm really concerned that oh my gosh, here we go. Look at this. I'm not able to speak again. Yeah, so 2 separate occasions. Back at Ingle Farm, I used to go out the back, have a cigarette, come back in. So I've gone out the back and I'm just sort of wandering around, and oh wow. Okay. I'm just going to pause. These people do not exist anymore. As in, I have tried to look them up now to see if I can get some information. And they don't exist. They don't exist anymore. I cannot find them. And it's the same with Paul, who abused my son. Completely off the radar. Doesn't exist. Ghost. So, very curious. One of them was a friend from like way back in primary school through to high school. Yeah, and a little bit after that. Haven't spoken for like 10 years. The relationship completely broke down. I mean, this was someone who was like, once we left high school and I started doing dancing and other things, and the relationship just really kind of broke down and wasn't, she didn't really like that very much. So, wow. Seriously, I cannot speak. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. That's probably not how I would have worded it, so I think I'm being pressed a little bit. It really doesn't matter. The only reason I'm putting this up is because I know there's people that have gifts and can see what's going on, alright? I don't really care about the bots or anyone that is just plugged in to this crap and just buying it, hook, line and sinker. This is going out for people that actually want information, and like I said, it's probably not going to turn up until I'm long gone, because unfortunately me and Paul were at the forefront of this telepathy thing. So, oh, wow, I cannot even speak now. Okay, I'm just going to keep up. This friend from school doesn't exist now. Her name was in school Kylie McLaughlin. And then she married and changed it to Kylie White. Can't find her anywhere. I even looked up her old business that she told me about. See, I just said old business. This is the current business. Oh my God. Something's going on here. Excelsior Cleaning. And it's permanently closed. So, yeah, who knows what's going on there. But she stood in my fucking backyard in the shadows with a gun in her hand, waiting to pull the trigger. And she couldn't do it. She's a weak ass bitch. She couldn't do it. This is insane. Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, she is a weak ass bitch, but that's not why she didn't pull the trigger. She didn't pull the trigger because she knows, you know, that would be a major fuck up. I'm a good mum, I'm a good person, and I've never shit on anyone. So, very hard. And this is why I did say alive a lot in the beginning. So, yeah, I guess I'll go a bit more into that. Yeah, and fuck you if you're listening. Fuck you. What, you were going to take me out with my son sleeping in the bed? Really? And she has 2 kids of her own. This woman actually has 2 kids. Like, this is disgusting. And the moment that the relationship fell apart for me was when we went out one night and we're having a conversation, and I just realised, yeah, she's a total gold-digging bitch. Like, this is not someone I want around me. Like, this is a liability. She's sort of sitting there telling me, oh, you know, I want to find a man that's got, you know, all the money I need. I want the cars, I want the house, I want the jewels, I want all of it. And I don't even care. And I'm just like, whoa. So that was the night for me. It was like, yeah, I just can't be near this anymore, you know. Surprisingly, I've actually thought back to another moment where another piece of the puzzle that kind of comes together for me. I actually took her to go and see my psychic Rose years ago, and you know, I said, do you want to go in together, do you want to go in separate? She's like, no, I want to go in separate. So I went in, had my session, and during the session, Rose says to me, amongst like a lot of other things, she says, oh, there's a lot of jealousy surrounding you. Yeah, please, I hope people are not, you know, childish about any of this kind of stuff. Like, this just is what it is. It doesn't even matter. I'm not claiming nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm 48-year-old woman now. It's just, it is what it is. So yeah, she says, there's a lot of jealousy surrounding you. You know that, right? And I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like, I just don't understand why that would be. You know, I'm down to earth, I'm easygoing, I'm like friendly, and she goes, I know. She said it's not going to get any easier as you get older. I'm quoting exactly her words, just so it's a clear, like being a remote viewer and channel, I like to make sure it's really clean and clear, it's exact. She said, as you get older, it's not going to get any easier. I'm sorry. No, as you get older, it's not going to get any easier. And then she goes, I'm sorry, but it's there. I had no idea what that even meant. I mean, what the hell does that mean? You know? Until now. So we come out of there, and you know, I said, how'd you find it? How was your session? And she's like, no, didn't really like her at all. She's like really grimace face about the whole thing. She's So I said, oh, didn't tell me anything, really. Something about my mother's ring and just told me not to get involved in any get-rich-quick schemes. And I mean, that's quite specific, isn't it? It's weird. But that was it. And, you know, I just didn't even think about that again for years. Did not think about that again. Yeah, when I was being targeted back at the house at Ingle Farm, her involvement in that, I have no idea, like, what was going on with them. I was in the house, obviously, being targeted, so, but there were cars rolling by, and I could hear her as well. So there were also communications where they were saying, oh, we'll let her friend decide if she lives or dies. And, no, her friend's giving her the thumbs down and stuff like that. And yeah, there was even a moment where she was scoping out my clothes. Clothes did actually go missing from the house too. Bags of clothes went missing. So yeah, this is a piece of shit. Like, I can't even believe that these people don't exist now. When I looked them up, I was just shocked, like, to find that there is no, there's just nothing, unless they've changed their names or, and there was another moment where we were getting ready to go out. I mean, this is all in the space of, like, I don't know, I think I was there a week before the home invasion, and I got carted off to hospital and all that horror basically unfolded. So yeah, there was a moment I'm standing in the room getting ready, and at the time I had bleached my hair and it was short, sort of sassy, short and blonde, and I was putting lipstick on, and of course, because they're watching and everything, I hear them. Bring up this stuff. This is just stupid. This is what pisses me off, is the fact that, you know, you try and keep away from drama and just feral shit, and it seems to follow you around, and it just attaches itself and it won't let go. And this is not my life. This is not my life. I have been bumped off my original timeline. You know, I used to be an interior designer, like, whether it was fashion or interior stuff. Oh, wow. I can't speak. Hang on just a sec. They don't want me. For anyone, yeah, who's clued in on what happens, they're ripping my hair out right now on the right side of my head, around my face line. They rip at my hair. These are remote, I don't even know what to call it, remote influencers, remote targeters, whatever, but they do it remotely. And yeah, they've been targeting my hair viciously around my face, amongst everything else. So I guess being that this isn't a kids channel, and anyone who's watching knows the kind of heavy stuff I'm talking about, I'm just going to keep it uncensored and relay all of this. Like, I really don't care. So I'm getting ready, and yeah, I hear Paul say, oh, no, sorry, I'm backing up. I hear someone say, oh, she looks like Barbie. And then I hear Paul, oh, I know someone who looks like Barbie. Her friend. And I'll never forget that, because that would have been the moment that they tried to connect with her and got her involved. So yeah. And, you know, keep in mind that Paul is a demented child molester. So this is his perspective, you know. And you don't want to see his track history, because this is feral shit. I am talking absolutely feral shit. The Sarah that he connected with back at Para Hills, when this all began, Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Like, unbelievable. This is a troll. Like an actual troll. There's people like walking past, our neighborhood's going nutters now. This is how I know. This is how I know who these people are, because the heat like amplifies. There's so much heat on me. So yeah, they lifted her over the fence, and she was in the veggie garden, which was right down the back. We had a big property there, like there was a pool area. I mean, just middle, like even below middle class, I would say. You know, we basically broke. We were running a building business, so you know, we had the house and stuff. Shitty car, like, you know, it wasn't all that. It wasn't even close to all that. You have a ton of debt when you're like running your own business, as anyone knows. So there's a veggie garden down the back, and that's where she was located, and I was sort of standing just in front of that. There's like a parapet wall and stuff with a barbecue and all of that between us, but an opening at the bottom, and that would have been where she had a view of me. And back then I was my hearing was completely amplified, like an animal, I'm gonna say. That kicked in fairly quickly, I guess, when you're in fight or flight mode and you're being targeted. Those senses heighten, like your hearing, your extra senses all heighten, because you know you're under attack. So I was able to pick up what was going on with the... Oh wow, I can't speak again, just a second. I was able to hear what was happening on their earpieces. This is what these people use. This is one of their methods, MOs. Earpieces. It's how they communicate. Obviously, same as like special ops and things like that, right? So I could clearly hear a male, you know, telling her, like instructing her, and you know, asking her to shoot me in the leg. So they obviously had plans to, you know, make me suffer, drag me off, torture me. I don't know. There were even conversations where they wanted me as well, me and Jet. Something to the effect of she can mother him. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop there.